Hey, it's Jen from Likehearted. So today I'm going to share with you guys some tips on how to style bookshelves. I actually just hung these ones in my kitchen because I wanted to have more space to show off my cookbooks and some of my accessories. So let me show you guys some tips on how I actually get to put this whole thing and look together. So the foundation of any good styling for a bookshelf or bookcase is, of course, the books. So a few tips to go with that is you can have them layered or actually positioned a couple different ways. I like to do it a mix of both. So on one shelf, I'll typically have them going vertical, like this, the traditional good old way. Then I'll actually have them laying horizontal. And I actually like them having horizontal because it's cool because it acts as a pedestal for some of your accessories and things that you may start to layer on. Another good tip for your bookshelf or your books on here is if you don't necessarily like the cover, or maybe you've got some old books and you just don't want them, they don't match your cookbooks and stuff on there, what I like to do is take some decorative paper and actually just cover the outside. And which is nice about that is it allows you to keep things into a color scheme or palette, which is really nice for streamlining and kind of keeping something cohesive across the whole shelf, as well as kind of gives you a little bit of a pattern and punch if some of your cookbooks are kind of more plain. Okay, so after you put your books down and have laid your foundation to the style that you want to create on your shelf, what I like to focus on next is the artwork and frames. So for me, what I usually do is when I've got a shelf is if I've got a wall and stuff behind it, I like to be able to lean the artwork against it. Also, when you start to get into the artwork and the frames and stuff, what I like to do sometimes with those is create a vignette. And with vignettes, it's really nice to create them in odd numbers. So here you guys can see I've got 3 pieces set up with the artwork and then the 2 frames. And I know some of it's kind of covering what it has there, but I just like the effect and the dimension it creates when you're having some layers. Alright, so my final tip for you guys when you are styling your bookshelf is to consider having the shelves to be weighted on different sides. For instance, on here I like to have it a little bit heavy and the books to the left, but my shelf above or below will have the books and stuff over to the right. So it helps to create that symmetry, and then it helps to guide the eyes kind of through your shelves as you've got this accessories and all that stuff kind of built up. I hope these tips help you make beautiful bookshelves and bookcases at home. And if you guys have any more questions or need more coaching on how to do this, make sure you leave a comment or ask me questions below. I'm happy to answer them. And if you want to see more DIY and home decor tutorials, make sure you subscribe to my channel and follow me on Iamlikehearted.com.